at least like in my experience, it's just a matter of, especially when you're like, you know, the feeling of, I don't know if I can keep going, whether it's school or whatever, sometimes you just have to like put your head down and go anyways. You know, because the more you talk, sometimes you can talk yourself out of things. So it kind of reminds me of this bike trip. I'm not a biker. This is road biking, right? I'm not really a biker. But this bike trip was with me and my friends, and we were going along the Oregon coast, and we were going to be riding like 60 miles a day for 5 or 6 days. And the hill, you know, it's kind of like this, because it's mountains and like the ocean's right there. And then it's like this, sweeping up the mountains. And it was hard, because I'm not a biker. But you have to finish the hill. So there were a lot of times, and even my friends were like, I don't know how you finished that, because I never trained for it. But there were a lot of times when I'm on the hill, and I'm like, we have a car that was driving with us in case anyone got hurt. I'm like, I just want to stop and call the car and be like, I'm done. My legs are shaking. I feel like I'm going to pass out. You know, I'm thirsty, and the hill keeps going like this. There's no end to this hill. I hate this hill. And I'm going, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I just want to quit. Why don't I just stop right now? I could just call Kat, and she can come pick me up. And then I see my friend up there, and I'm like, well, as long as I can see her in the distance, I know I'm doing okay, because I'm not completely alone, you know? And as I would talk my way through it, before I knew it, I was at the top of the hill. And there were some times when I was like riding like this, and all I could see was my feet in the ground, and I'm like, I'm not gonna look up until I know that we're going down, because there's just no point. You know, I gotta finish this. And I finished it, and I was like, wow, you know, and I felt so good. And I, like, riding home or driving home or whatever, I was like, there's so many things you can like take from that, right? Because things will always, you always get in those ruts, and it's healthy, but sometimes you just have to go because you have to, because no one's gonna go for you. No one's gonna ride that bike for me, you know? And then when you get to the top, it's amazing, and you're like, holy cow, I didn't know I could do that. Just like with sports or anything else, right? When you do something, you surprise yourself, and you're like, I had no idea I had it in me. And that's worth it.